What if I told you that you don't need to be the fastest, strongest, or most skilled player on the court to completely dominate a basketball game? Here's something most players never think about. You can score 20 points in a game and still be a net negative for your team. And you can go a whole quarter without shooting once and completely control what's happening on both ends of the floor. Today, we're breaking down the basketball IQ habits that separate players who simply play basketball from players who actually understand the game. By the end of this video, you'll know how to see plays developing before they happen, make smarter decisions under pressure, and become the player your teammates actually want on the court. And stay until the end, because the final basketball IQ skill is the one that can completely change how you see the game, even when you don't have the ball.
Underneath, Ellington scores!
Watch this. Is this pass going to somewhat surprise?
Here is mistake number one that average players make constantly. They wait until they receive the ball to start thinking. They catch it, look around, and then figure out what to do. By the time they've done that, the defense has already recovered, and they're already 3 decisions behind. High IQ players scan the floor before the ball gets to them. While the ball is in the air, or while a teammate is still dribbling, they are already identifying, where is my defender? Where is the help coming from? Is the corner open? Is the paint clogged? Where is the best pass if I catch and face pressure? By the time the ball arrives, the decision is already made. They're not thinking with the ball in their hands. They're executing a plan they already formed before the catch.
Doing so, the long rebound tapped out. Skip pass up ahead to Nader, who rises up.
Here's what that looks like in a real game. A low IQ player catches a wing pass, holds it, takes 2 dribbles, looks left, looks right, and then makes a desperate pass under pressure. A high IQ player catches the same pass, immediately turns and drives because they already saw the paint was open 2 seconds ago. Same situation, completely different result. Every time a teammate is about to pass you the ball, ask yourself before the catch, what are my 3 options? Know the answer before your hands touch the ball.
2-on-1, LaMelo! What a fast break run by the Hornets.
The anticipation of LaMelo to know that
But reading the floor only helps if you're actually positioned to use the information. And that brings us to one of the most underrated skills in basketball. The smartest player in the gym often has the ball the least. Here's a truth most players don't hear enough. Basketball IQ isn't about dribbling. It's not about how many moves you have with the ball in your hand. It's about how smart you are without it. And the players who understand movement without the ball, they are the ones who make everyone else's life easier. Cutting is one of the highest IQ moves in basketball, and one of the most misused. High IQ players cut at the exact right moment. The rule is simple. The moment your defender turns their head to watch the ball, you go. That is your window. Most players stand and watch. They become a spectator the moment the ball leaves their hands. High IQ players relocate immediately. They move to a better spot, create a new option, force the defense to make a choice. Every pass should be followed by a move. And here's the nuance. Sometimes the smartest move is to not cut. If the paint is clogged, cutting into it only creates congestion. Sometimes the highest IQ play is to hold your spot in the corner, stay spaced, and be ready to catch a kick out. Know which situation you're in, and be a threat without moving.
He just has not been able to convert. Curry has himself another.
Off-ball movement isn't about getting the ball. It's about making the defense work harder so that someone, you or a teammate, gets an easier opportunity. You can read the floor. You can move without the ball. But if you can't read the defender in front of you, none of it matters. Here's how to do it. Let the defense tell you what to do. Here's one of the most important basketball IQ principles on offense. Don't decide your move before you read the defender. Most players come off a screen or catch a pass having already decided. I'm going left, I'm driving, I'm pulling up. They've made the choice before they've seen the information that should determine the choice. And that means they're ignoring the most valuable data on the floor. Read first, react second. Let the defender tell you what move to make, not the other way around. Here's what to look for in the defender in front of you. If they're playing too close, use your speed. Get past them before they can recover. If they're giving you too much space, step into your shot. They're telling you the shot is open. Take it.
Back out, and here is the Johnson.
possession. West has got the defensive assignment. Paul with the bounce. West.
If they're forcing you toward your weak hand, work on your weak hand. And in the meantime, find a way to re-angle. If they're leaning toward one side, attack the other. Their momentum is already going the wrong direction.
Inside, that's a bonus, too. Zion Williamson has not made a three since...
If they're watching the ball handler and not you, cut immediately. Every position a defender takes is a clue. Your job as a high IQ player is to read those clues and respond, not to force a move you decided on before you even saw them. Reading the defender tells you how to attack, but there's a separate IQ skill about when to attack, and it's one of the fastest ways to become a smarter player overnight. The moment you catch the ball, the defense is still reacting to the pass. They haven't fully recovered. They haven't set their feet. That is your window. Every time you catch the ball, you have three options. Catch and shoot if you're open, catch and drive if there's a gap, or catch and move the ball if neither of those is there. That's it. Three options, and the decision needs to happen in half a second. Here's why. Every second you hold the ball, the defense recovers. The open shooter closes out. The driving lane narrows. The help defender rotates into position. Holding the ball doesn't create opportunities. It destroys them. The best defensive teams in basketball are dangerous because they make decisions fast. The ball moves fast. The defense can never fully recover. Your job when you catch the ball is not to impress anyone. Your job is to make the right decision as fast as possible. Fast decisions keep the defense on their heels. Slow decisions give them exactly what they need to stop you. You can make fast decisions, but what if you could see the situation developing before it even arrived? That's a completely different level of basketball IQ.
Doncic behind the back. What a pass to Dorian Finney-Smith. My goodness.
This is where basketball IQ goes from good to elite. Reacting to what happens is the floor. Every player does that. Anticipating what's about to happen before it happens. That's what separates the best players in every gym. A high IQ player reads offensive patterns and already knows where the ball is going next. They watch the ball handler's body language, their shoulders, their eyes, their hip position, and predict the pass before it happens. On a missed shot, they've already read the arc and are moving toward the landing spot before the ball comes off the rim. On defense, they're anticipating where the help rotation needs to be before the drive starts. Compare two players watching the same drive to the basket. The reactive player watches the drive happen and then runs to help. The anticipatory player sees the drive coming because they read the ball handler's shoulders dipping, and they're already in position to contest or cut off the angle before the drive even begins. And now, the final basketball IQ skill, the one that operates at a completely different level than everything else we've covered today. The highest level of basketball IQ isn't just reading the current situation, it's thinking one or two decisions ahead. Every great player, every great point guard, every elite wing, every smart big man is constantly running a mental simulation of what comes next. If I drive here, who comes to help? If they help, who is open? If that player catches the kick out, where should I be for the next pass? If I set this screen, what does that create on the other side? This is how basketball intelligence grows. You practice making a decision and simultaneously ask, what does this create?
You bring it up. I just kind of just agree with it.
Bradley Beal wide open. Gordon back by Ross again.
Over time, that question becomes automatic. You stop seeing basketball as a series of individual plays and start seeing it as a sequence, where each decision opens or closes doors for the next one. After every decision you make on the court, pass, drive, screen, cut, immediately ask, what did that just create? Train your brain to see the next play before it arrives. Practice decisions, not just moves.
Now Simmons in transition. What a pass to Embiid! My goodness! Posterizes Baines and the...
Here's a drill you can do in 5 minutes that will build more basketball IQ than an hour of conditioning. The entire goal of this drill is faster decisions, not faster dribbles. The smartest player on the court isn't always the one scoring the most points. It's the player who consistently makes the right decision. If you want to become a smarter basketball player, to learn the techniques, habits, and reads that NBA players use to control a game, subscribe to this channel. We're breaking down the details that most players overlook. The off-ball moves, the pre-catch reads, the decisions that happen before the ball arrives, and turning them into skills you can actually practice. And comment below right now What's the biggest part of your basketball IQ that you want to improve? Tell me, and your answer might shape the next video we make. See you on the court.